it's 3 girly cards. Now these cards are what I did in the last live that I did. We've got a pink one, a sort of cloudy sky one, and a rainbow themed one, using the hand lettering stamps that I've designed for Elizabeth Craft Designs. Welcome anybody who's an ECD fan. I know Tracy is very much a fan. You do wonderful stuff for them, Tracy, don't you, on their design team. Okay, so what I thought was I'd sort of do male themed cards using my hand lettering stamps. So I'm going to work with this one, the Your Day one, and the Happy Birthday stamp. Let's work with that. Right, let's get going. I did intend to do 3 cards, so we'll see how we get on. I might sort of rush a little bit to try and get it all done, but we'll see. Okay, so let's use this VersaFine, and I've got a piece of textured cardstock, Paper Mania textured cardstock. I do like this one. Right, let's place my stamp about there. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll stamp it with the VersaFine. This ink's really good actually. I'm really loving it. I'm quite new to this stamp, this ink I should say, because I've been using the archival. But this is different. It's good to have both, I think. My wooden desk isn't good for stamping. The archival's drier, isn't it? And very much permanent. It dries fast. But this one's juicier and it doesn't stain your stamps at all, which is marvellous. Takes a bit longer to dry, and I thought I'd use it on this textured card. That's it, because I find you don't have to stamp it quite so many times. Get rid of that. Let's put the lid on back on my ink. And what I'll do is I'll grab a spare piece of paper and just plonk that on there. Anyone else joining me? What have you been doing today in this hot weather? Goodness me, it's very warm. I've just been in my craft room all day, planning this. So I might have to go for a walk afterwards. So I'm just going to cut this out as a mask, for a mask, as a mask. Roughly, fairly close, like so. And we'll use that and this, and I'd like it so it doesn't totally come out. I quite like that effect, that it's kind of a bit sort of speckly because of the card. But if it's a bit too speckly, you can use these Micron archival ink pens, which is exactly the same ink as an archival ink pad, and you could actually just touch in a few of them if you wanted to, especially these fine lines where I want them prominent. It's just so it makes it easier to read. But I do like the fact that it's not totally stamped. I quite like that. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some toys. So I've raided my son's bedroom. Well, he's probably too old to play. Yes, he is too old to play with these now. They were quite difficult to find, but I've got them. And some inks. So let's perhaps start off with the blue and let's get driving. So I thought, oh, let's make a mail card using tyre prints. So we'll have some fun with this. This one's quite well, it's got very smooth tyres. So I'm going to go over it a couple of times, and we'll have one going around there. Do you know what? The mask was supposed to be on the caption. Yeah, I think it's about dry. I've just got some blue tack here because I don't want to drive over my caption. So I'll stick that down over the top. That's it. And then I won't drive over my caption. Let's go over this one again. And then we'll have one coming down from the top. sort of making some curved lines. I need a baby white. Let's get a baby white, let's put it up there. Drive all over that. Get the excess off. And then I've got Lego wheels are good because they are rubbery, nice soft rubber, and they've got tread on them. So go for some fireman truck. Let's come down here, go right across there. There. It's all about mark making, isn't it? That's what it is, I think. And I don't know. Let's just go up there like that. That might be enough. It's difficult to know when to stop. I thought maybe do three trails of each. That might be enough. Oh, he's lost his whatever it is. Oh, fire extinguisher, that's it. And I've just got one tyre because it's got a nice tread. I'll go for the red. And I've got quite a thick pencil that I'll just use to shove inside it so I can wheel it around. So I'll ink this one up. It doesn't have to be two, you know, double tracks. Mix it. It could be a motorbike, couldn't it, this one? Right, where am I going to go with this? I'll go up there. That's it. And I might have to go. Oh, I've made a little smudge there. I've got it on my fingers. So that's easy then, because I'm going to drive over that bit. So this is quite a prominent colour, this orange, so I've kind of left it to the end, and maybe just so it is quite prominent and I want it in specific places perhaps. Yeah, I think that'll do. Kind of want something coming down here. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Just have one coming down there as well. Yeah, that's it. It is difficult to know when to stop. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks. Love this idea. Thanks, Valerie. Hi, Dominique. My son would kill me if he uses your Lego. Yeah. Well, I'm going to clean it well. Yeah, good job with these Distress Oxides. They don't really stain, so you'll be all right. Right, so now I can take... Actually, I'll just give my fingers a wipe. There. I like tyre prints. I kind of, when I go walking in a muddy field and you see tractor prints, I kind of find them quite fascinating. And footprints as well to a certain extent. I'll just wipe down. I hate mess. I hate getting in a mess. So I'm going to take this mask off now. Let's see how many bits of blue tack. I've got a little flat box that I keep my blue tack in. There, so they're dry, they can go over to one side, and my tyre. And then I've got some coloured card that I'm going to use to pick out that nice turquoise colour, just to edge. Actually, yes, I need a straight edge, so I will get the scalpel and ruler out. So it's just two thin pieces, just to go up the side of the design, like that. And some glue. I do like my ruler and scalpel or craft knife. Does anyone else like a craft knife? Craft knife and a ruler for cutting? Or do you like a guillotine? Right, stick some glue on there. And then add a little bit of colour down the side. Just a little bit, like a border. And then this side as well. Yeah, put the glue on that side. That's it. So this is quite a sort of clean design with the white background. Quite simple. I think that's what I like about these stamps. You know, you can just stamp them and then just create some interest as a background, and you've got a card really, quite simply. Okay, actually I used this card blank for this cloud design, but I'm going to use it for my mail card as well. So I'm going to get rid of this actually, just so I can finish this design off. And I want to slice the bottom off, so I don't want it frilly all the way round, so I'll slice the bottom off. Always a cutter for me. Ah, good Tracy. I'll be dangerous with a knife. Will you? Yeah, I have stabbed myself a few times and cut myself. But I just love the feel of knife cutting through paper. Right. So to be honest, I was going to cut the frill off all the way round because this is the only sort of bigger square card blank I had. But then I thought, oh, that kind of now looks a bit like a tyre tread with the wiggly edge, so I left it. Will this fit now? Yeah, just about. Just about. Maybe I could have tucked that green card in a bit more, but that'll be okay. Right, so let's glue that down. Isn't it funny how you plan to do something and then it just goes different, or you see something else, another idea. That's what I love about crafting. Right, actually I might come down a little bit with that, just so I can position it. I've gone sort of longer with the card to start with because I didn't know whether I had the option then whether I could have the captions centrally, or I'm going slightly higher because I quite like the way this works down here, so I've done it that way. Is it dry now? Can I turn it over? I think it is. So I'll turn that over and trim this bit off. And you can do like fun bright colours for a younger boy. I've gone for slightly sort of older colours, I think. You could go for dirty, muddy tractor colours if you've got a tractor fan in the house. So there. That's the first card. I'll leave it as that, I think. Now, Jackie, are you still there? Would you consider that a Kaz card? Jackie Jasper is the Kaz Queen. She's my Kaz Queen crafty friend. I don't know if that would be considered Kaz or not. I don't know. I find it hard to do Kaz cards. Does anyone else find it hard? Perhaps you could tell me, Jackie. Yeah, simple but effective, Tracy. That's right. There. Can you see it okay? I quite like the texture as well of the textured card. Okay. I shall upload these cards onto my social media so you can have a good look at them as well. Right, let's go for another idea. I'll bring my craft sheet back in. And let's have a piece of boring, dull, creamy grey card. I thought I've got quite a few of these because they're a bit of a naff colour. Well, I think they're a naff colour. It's not cream, it's not grey, it's just yuck. So I thought, what can I do with this? And well, I just think it's nice that you can use sort of funny off colours, I think, with male themed cards, I think. Right, a fork. I'm going to use a fork this time. I've been searching around for things I can make marks with, and I've got this pad. It's quite thick. Well, it's quite firm, I should say. It's one that came with my ball tool, so it's not really spongy, but it's sort of got some give in it and firm. But you could do this directly on a harder surface if you like. But I'm going to use this to help me make some marks with my fork. Is it clean and simple, Jackie? You think it is? Oh no, someone's asking what Kaz cards are. Ah, oh, thanks for answering, Jackie. Yeah, clean and simple. So I'm going to use my fork and do, oh, I can't quite see it very well now because of the bright lights. That's it. I'm just going to make, that's it, some marks like this. One way and then the other way. I'm doing 2 so I can create a slight sort of oval line, not a straight line. Okay, in this sort of square pattern. I need to press a little bit harder, I think. That's it. And I'm using the back of the fork here rather than this edge, just so I think it's less chance of ripping the paper as well. And then I'm going to go back in against the ones in the opposite direction. And any guesses what I'm trying to achieve here? What does it look like? Can you see it all right? I'll do a few more and then I'll hold it up. That's it. Does anyone have any clues what this is supposed to be? That's it. Do some more. Can you see that all right? That's it. And where do I need to go now? This way. I'll do a few more because I want to cover this. I'll go a little bit quicker now. Sometimes it is difficult to talk and craft at the same time, but there you go. That's it. And again, alternating the pattern. That's it, and then back this way. Has anyone guessed yet? Looks like metal flooring. Valerie, you're right. That's good. I like it when someone guesses right because then it shows me that it does kind of look like what it's supposed to do. Oh, thanks, Valerie. That's it, and then yeah, go again there. I think that'll be enough. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. Okay, and it's the underside that I think I'm going to use that looks a bit more like metal flooring, I think. See, I don't know if the light will pick it up. Okay, now I'm going to show it some colour to get rid of this naff coloured card. So I've got some iced spruce oxide, and I'm just going to rub some of this so I can pick up the embossing pattern that I've made with the fork. Jackie, hi Jackie. Jackie's my sister. Hello. You coming to join in the crafty fun? So raid your kitchen drawer for a fork and have a go. That's it. Don't be too smooth. I think even a few marks, circles and splatters might actually help the effect. Right, I've got, put the lid on that, this sort of brighter colour as well, evergreen bough. So I'm kind of using sort of green and grey tones because I think that's kind of a bit silvery. Silvery colours. Got rid of that horrible coloured card already. So you don't chuck anything away that you don't like, because you can always mix it up a bit, add things, add colour, cover it with gesso, that sort of thing. I never throw anything away, much to my husband's annoyance. Let's make a few more marks. I quite like crafting with sort of not hundreds of, you know, different materials and inks and paints and things. Sometimes it's not necessary and you can just have fun with a few oxide colours. And then let's get rid of that red and that blue. A bit of black soot as well, I thought, just to sort of bring out some of that flooring pattern. Just skimming over it this time. So this is going to be a background to a square card. Right, I'm going to cut that to size. That's it. Get rid of that. And my square card is, what size is this? It's quite a big one. I quite like big square cards. 15. I think it's the last one actually. That's why I had to cut that that free one up. So I'm going to slice a piece of edge of this off, like that. So that'll go on there. And I'll slice this edge off about there. I'm going to sort of go through half the design. Yeah, let's do that. And glue that in place. Are you chatting to yourselves? Hi Judith. Anyone else joining us? Noreen. Hi Noreen. Hi Joan. Hello. Nice of you to join in. Check out what I'm doing. There we go. So I'll stick this on this card blank without any border, I think, as it's supposed to be flooring. Flooring doesn't really have borders, does it, apart from skirting boards, and I don't want one of them on my card. So I'll cut it exactly to size, my card. There, and what I might do is I might just skim it round with the black. There. Right, to add a little bit more sort of interest to this, I'm going to splash it with some water. That's it. The oxides do react a bit differently to the inks. I find that it doesn't really bleach. Let's put some bigger blobs. But the oxide sort of chalkiness comes out, which is really nice, I think. That's it. Give that a wiggle. So you get kind of grey blobs showing there. Can you see that? Just sort of adds a bit more interest, I think. Okay, now I'm going to do the caption for this one. And I'm going to take, this is the For You stamp set, the Best Wishes caption here. That's it, put that on my block. And I need some black card, because that's nice and masculine, isn't it? And I'm going to silver heat emboss this one. So let's stamp it with my sticky clear Versamark. So I hope it will come out on my wooden table. Give it a good press. That's it. I love silver on black, it's quite nice. That's it. Give that a sprinkle with some silver powder. That's it. Give it a shake and tap it off. That's it. I'll just slosh that back in there. Put the lid on before it goes everywhere. Right, let's show this some heat. This will be like a banner caption. Let's get this warm. Heat this up. As if it's not hot enough in here already. Let's have some more heat, shall we? That's it. There it goes. Nice shiny silver caption. And we'll trim this down into like a banner. Right, I want to put my ruler over there. Hope it's sort of dry. Otherwise I'd wait a few minutes just so that sets. Seems okay. Cut myself a banner. That's it. Did that come off? It didn't come off. Let's go again. That's it. And then I'll just cut the ends off, leaving a little bit of room either end. Yep, good. Get rid of those bits. And then what I'll do as well is that I'll just decorate this further. I might get a bigger piece of paper because I'm going to splash some ink. It's a bit dirty, isn't it? Right, where is my... Here we go. Let's go for some black acrylic paint. And I've got, oh, getting it all over my fingers now. Look at that. Is that around the lid? Right, I've lost my palette, paint palette. Here it is. Here it is. A little blob of black. Water it down with some water just to make it a bit looser. And then I'm just going to try and tap some blobs of this. I'm kind of going down the left hand side with it. There, looks like oil splatters, doesn't it? And I kind of want to do some white as well. Right, so I'll put some white in there. Clean my brush, or let's pick out another brush actually. Okay, are we still there? Are we still watching? Right, so if you just join us, I'm making industrial flooring sort of card, using a fork to make that pattern. Yeah, that's it. A normal fork. Okay, I think that'll do. I think maybe it's quite nice that it's blended. The two paints are blended together. Okay, so I'll put that aside. Right, will the heat tool dry that a bit, do you think? I could try it. Let's put the heat tool on there a bit more. Do that over here. Now with this caption, I want to sort of get halfway up and down. I'll do it by eye and make a little mark, because I want to put like a brad either side of there. I don't think that's doing much. So I've got a one of these hole punchy tools. So I'll stick a hole in there first. It's difficult to operate sat down. That's it. Usually I stand up and do this. There, that's good. And then I've got some selection of brads. I did think I'd use, I've got these lovely screw head ones, but I just love these so much I don't like to use them. Does anyone else find that? They've got some nice embellishments that like they don't want to use. I just want to keep them in here. So shall I use the silver ones? Or I've got these white ones as well. What do you reckon? And I was just going to place this perhaps on an angle because the flooring's all sort of upright, and I thought maybe I could just place this on an angle like it's fallen on the floor. What do we reckon? Should we go for white ones or the screw head ones? I suppose the screw head ones might be better. Has anyone got a preference? Oh, thanks, Jackie, telling me it's a nice effect. Jackie says silver. Yeah, okay then. Let's take that one out. Let's go for the screw head ones. It goes better with the theme, doesn't it? Yeah. So I've got some flat heads and some cross heads. Let's get another flat head one there. I do like brads. Okay, so that's basically that, and then that'll be stuck on with foam pads like that, and that's basically my second mail card. What I've done is I've actually created this earlier, and here it is, and I did actually use white brads because they look so similar to the splodges of white paint. Oh, I did add a bit of metallic rub-on as well to the background, so I could do that, which is got a selection of metallic rub-ons here. I've got this dark sort of pewter one that's quite nice, and it gives this nice shimmer effect. So I did just sort of rub it all over. That's it, which I will do when the paint's dry. So it gives it a nice shimmer as well. So I'll put that somewhere to carry on to drying. And then, yeah, so I don't know if it'll pick out this sort of shimmer effect, but there's another sort of mail idea. Just creating a background and using a caption stamp. Okay, hope you like that. So put that one over there. And we've got time for a third idea, if I'm not going to bore you too much. Let's put that aside as well. So we'll get rid of these grey black tones and bring in some brown. So I've started off, I think, with a younger male, perhaps themed card, and then I've gone on to do the industrial flooring one, which I think suits perhaps an older man, I don't know. And I'm thinking, well, let's go vintage now. Let's go a bit more vintage for perhaps the even older guy. Right then, yeah, I might bring my craft sheet back in. So I've grabbed my ground espresso, which is a lovely dark colour. I do like vintage photo, that's probably my favourite, but I've gone for something slightly darker this time. Okay, and I haven't been looking at the messages very well. Missed the beginning. Oh, Janet, you'll have to watch it back again then. Okay, I'm just making some marks now, digging in with just the edge of this fork. Do some dots, lines, anything that goes. Worn out sort of marks I'm after. That's it. Just round the edge. Give it some distressing. And then I'll grab my ground espresso and I'm just going to blend in some of this. Again, it doesn't have to be smooth. I think if it isn't, it could be better. More distressed look. So I've got an A5 card here, cream card. And let's go to town with creating a vintage look. Hi Vandy, hello. If that's how you spell your name, pronounce your name. Louise, hi Louise Sims. Nice to see you, thanks for popping in. Thanks for joining me on this hot day, okay. And then I might just add a few extra dots with my fork right on the corners. Just some tiny dots in the dark brown. Just to catch your eye, I think. Dots are quite good to catch your eye. And then I'll do some water splashes as well. I've got dirty water now after using the black and white paint, but that'll be alright, I think. So just splash in some water around the edge. That's it. just to create a bit more interest. Let me grab a clean baby wipe. Hi Stacey, hello. That's it, just wipe that away, dry it underneath, and then I'm just going to pat that off. There. This is bleached quite well. Perhaps some colours bleach better than others. There, happy with that. So put that to one side, and then I'm going to grab a craft card, and this is you get that nice warm brown, and on the back you get this cooler brown. So I might go for the cooler brown actually. And I'm going to grab another stamp. Today is the day. Let's take this one from the Celebrate stamp set. Grab that one, same colour. I'm just going to use this one colour. Now with oxides, I find it easier to press the stamp onto the ink pad this way rather than doing this way. I just think you pick up more ink. Done it both ways, and I just think you pick up more ink. Right, so I'm going to stamp that onto there, and I'm going to go all the way over with it. Repeat the design just to create another layer of my background. Oh, no need to be, so don't apologise for being late. No problem at all. It's nice to see you. It could even be too nice to watch the live all together with this beautiful sunny weather we're having. So I don't blame you at all. And let's do the whole thing. Just to create another background layer. And what I want to do is spritz this. Move that card out of the way. There. Give that a good spritz. That's it. Clean that down. And I want this to dry, so I might show it the heat gun. I'm just going to protect my mat by bringing in this piece of card. That's it, just so I can dry this. I'll bring this up close to you so you can have a look at the sort of marks and texture that I've created in there. Okay. So I've got the oxide sort of action going on here, where you get that chalkiness. Which sometimes it's good, sometimes I don't want it to look quite so chalky. So what I might do is I might actually go over it again, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't line up perfectly. If anything, I think it's quite nice if it doesn't, because it almost looks like a shadow then. That's it. I'll just do a few more. There. That might be okay now. That's it. Okay. So I probably wish I'd have sprayed it a little bit more so you get more of the colour, the ink coming out, but that doesn't matter. Right, I want to rip it now to place on top of here. And if you noticed, I first of all stamped it sort of down in this area because I actually want this this stamp to sort of show this today is the day in this bottom right hand corner. So that was kind of planned. So I'll try not to rip into that. That's it. And now I want to rip it there. If you want to specifically rip something, find out where you want to rip, make a sort of a first tear, and then get good hold of the rest of it firmly, and then you can just follow the line down with little short snappy tears, and you rip the piece that you don't want towards you, and then you'll get that lovely textured edge. So I'll show that again. So rip it slightly, get a good grip. That's it. And then rip away. So that will go on there. And I'd like to give this some darker edges and corners. Make it look more vintage. So I'll go round and do that. How are we doing for time? I don't know, can I go over the hour? Will anything happen if I go over the hour? Will I get bombed out or anything? Wipe that off. Take that stamp off. And then I've got some cream card. I'll set that aside. And I've got some cream card that I'd like to stamp the celebrate word. This. Put that on there. And I'm going to heat emboss that. Where's my Versamark? In clear. Let's go for clear. Because I want to create a background around it. So we'll go for some clear. That's it. Sprinkle my clear powder on. There. Sorry if I'm rushing a bit, but I'm trying to get everything finished to show you. So put that powder back in and set this. That's it. So I'll just set my clear celebrate, and then we're going to do some inkiness on this in the dark brown. So because I've clear heat embossed this, then it will resist the inking that I'm going to do. That's it. So I'll place some ink on my craft sheet and spritz it. There's my mini mister. There, give that a spritz. Hopefully that'll be all right. Well, I'll certainly cool it down anyway, won't I? That's it. Make sure it covers all the actual word, so you can read it better then. I might just give it a bit more spritz and dry this. Fold it up. I do like the oxides for sort of creating that chalkiness as well. It sort of calms the ink down. Great for vintage cards, vintage projects. See, it's gone that sort of chalkiness now when it's dry. I'll just do a little bit more. So I'm going to dry that as well. Wipe this off. Okay, so this is kind of our main caption. I want to rip this as well. I could wipe this, but I don't mind the spots actually on the wording as well. I don't mind that, so I'm going to leave that. Right, so this might be damp still. I should have dried it on the reverse as well, but let's see how we go. I want to rip this into a banner as well. That's it. I'm going to fold this edge over slightly, maybe a bit more. That's it. Fold that over and then rip this at an angle, sort of following the T angle. That's it, like that. Okay, and then we can start building up our card. I've got a box. I keep a box here of all sorts of brown paper and things, and odd bits of die cuts, some tea bags that I've dyed, and odd bits of brown treasure, especially for vintage cards. So I'll have that to hand. Okay, so let's start gluing and finish this one. So when I'm building up a card, I've just put glue in the centre, and then I can put this on. That's it. And then I can add bits in and around, always torn, so you don't have that straight edge showing. So I want a piece of this peeking out here. Use my craft knife to get it level, and a bit at the bottom as well. These are bits of book paper that I've cut up previously, and I don't want to throw them away. Okay, I'll have this bit tucked in about here, I think. That's it. And another piece over this side. I quite enjoy this part of crafting, sort of building up the layers. Let's put that piece about there. Just give a hint of what's behind. And then I have got some die cuts that look like stamps that are really nice. So I'll use those, and I shall darken them. That's it. Got another one somewhere. There it is. That's it. And I'll add these in and around as well. I just think I'm just going to town with layers really, because I think it just adds more interest and things to see. This one, I might add this one. Let's add this one on here. Actually, I'll put a bit of book paper on there first of all. I just think that line there might be a bit thick, so I'll just trim that down. That's it. Glue the edge, stick a bit of this on. That's it. And then put this piece in there. Different levels. Come here, I want to tuck it down a bit more. That's it. Right, and then I can stick this on. So I'm just sticking this tab at the back, gluing that up, and just tucking it underneath that first layer. So I'm going to have it about there. So I can still read this, today is the day, and then you can see it on the back just protruding slightly. How are we doing? Have I still got your attention? Have that on there. Okay, and I've got some corrugated cardboard. I do like corrugated cardboard. I've actually got several pieces of different corrugated cardboard. Okay, I'll just highlight that by rubbing it across the ink, and I'm going to have this coming down here. Let's have it about there. That's it. And I've got a wiggly piece that I'll have that across the bottom. I think I got what was it, croissants. Oh, can't rip it. I bought some croissants and they were in this wiggly corrugated cardboard. So that definitely wasn't going to go in the bin. So I'll just glue that on. Come here. It's all moving. That's it. I'll staple it in place to allow that glue to dry. So I'll just put a few staples, and they look masculine as well, I think, the staples. So I always do two, not just one. I'll put like two together. Let's put some in this corner as well, just looks like that's stapled down. That's it. And then I have a tea bag. Let's add some tea bag because that's a nice brown. So I'll just add that so it comes down here. I don't want to cover that caption up too much. I have with this bit, haven't I? Let's hoik this bit up. There. That's it. And then I've got some string. Let's grab some string. Can you see this all right? I need to move this out of the way so I can lift the card up. Let's get rid of me torn off pieces. A box of string and bits. And in here I've got some of the brown paper shopping bag, paper bag handles. I quite like these, so I always take these off and keep them. And try and unravel it. Oh, I can't do it, I can't do it. Here it comes, twisted and everything. No wonder they're good and strong. That's it. So I need a length of this. Rip this off. Sort of loosely twist it back up. And I'm going to stick that down underneath here as well. Have it about there. That's it. And then also I've got some tag string that I've taken off. And I'll have that hanging down as well. So it about a bit lower, about there, I think. That's it. Take this away again. Just going to town with layers. Put that back up there, and I'm going to take some glue with my craft knife and just slip it under the knot, just to hold the knot in place. Got a bit hanging out there. That's it. There, how's it looking? Need a bit more at the top here because we've got some things coming down there. And I did have this smaller corrugated cardboard. I'll use that. Just a small piece of this just to poke at the top there. Again, wipe that on the ink. So just have that in the top there. That's it. So I'm trying to kind of create lots of vertical interest and a little bit of horizontal interest as well. Great, I think we're getting there now. So I'm going to get some foam pads to put underneath this banner. Let's put my lid on the ink. these waste bits off as well and use them. Nothing gets wasted. Use them as well. Let's use this one. Down there. Nothing gets wasted. And then put that on there. Fold that over. Stick it down. And then I've got some dark brown card. I've just gone over the hour now. Is everything all right? Yeah, we're still here, aren't we? Where's my dark brown card gone? Did I not take it out? I've got these, no, I left it in here. I've got these A4 plastic pockets that I keep all my offcuts of card in various different colours. And I didn't get it out, I've still got it in there. So this is nice dark brown card. I'm just going to add a few stars. So I've got a star punch. So add a few stars. And what I want to do is just dab them in the ink again. I know it's very similar colour, but I'm going to spritz it with water and then I'll get that oxide effect, which is lighter. Spritzer. That's it, so just sort of lighten them up. My fingers are getting so dirty. And then they can be glued on as well. That's it. Don't know if you can see that. They sort of got like an oxide effect on them, just to make them a bit lighter. Bring in my glue, and I'm just going to tuck these. Three's good, so I want to use the 3 of them. I'll put one at the very top under my first layer. That's it. One there, and then another one down here somewhere. I might go down here just across this piece of book paper, and then the last one I'm going to put on a little foam pad and raise it up and put it next to my Celebrate word. I should let it dry first, but never mind. Probably about there, I think. There, just to create an extra dimension. So I think that's about it. Clear the decks. I think that's almost, I mean, I can add some gold touches, I suppose, to highlight it. That might be quite nice, but that's about it, I think. So using the stamps for the background and then the Celebrate as the caption. So let's bring all the cards back in again. So I've done the toy tire tread card, the vintage card, and then my industrial flooring card, which I'll bring in this one that I did earlier. So there we are, there's the 3 of them. So I'll add them to my social media so you can have a good look. Thank you, Stacey, for loving them. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks ever so much, and Janet for joining me for the whole thing. I really appreciate that. You see them all. A bit of fun, and yeah, have a play with your toy cars and fork. Thanks very much. Hope to see you again soon, and thanks for supporting me. Hi, Rianne. Hi. Thanks very much. So I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of the day and the sunshine. Thanks a lot. Bye.